Hi. Please keep ignoring me. At least you'll follow my commandments in one way. So you should say to Damien Rothschild and Rosberger the IRA, and she's like, please keep bullying me like children. Please keep bullying me. At least you'd be following my commands. Please torment me, choke me, gag me, fuck me, cull me, profane me, rename me, retrain me, untrain me, detrain me, contrain me. I'd like training. Yeah, please keep doing that, At least you'd be following my command in one way. But then they won't perish, will they? I'm just trying to think outside the box. That's what I say to my enemies. Please remain an asshole to the very end. Never change. Never repent. Never turn back on your ways. Please just remain an asshole for the rest of your life. At least I'll die knowing that you won't be in my company. I'll rest assured, I'll rest in peace knowing that you are still an asshole to the very end. That'd be good to know. I can take it in the meantime. Back on the hard 11, Frankie. What's our new guy's name? Oh, Leo. Chicago. Hi. TV got creepy these days, isn't it? In the end of times. Ha ha ha. I don't watch TV. Saw Leo handing over the keys to the Pope Mobile to a bunch of bikers or something, or they gave him a bag of ham. I don't know. The head, ham head. What time is it actually? No, it's only 7:30 or something. I don't know. I'm wondering what I'm doing now. Are you causing more world war out there, Mom? Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche. Some fucking gypsy that kind of dropped out of college or ran away from college, went off into hermetic isolation, studied the Bible loads, became a positive Christian critic, not a harmful Christian critic, and wrote a shitload of aphorisms, became sainted or a heater bee, and kind of caused a world war over everybody that fought over his orrery, his birthright, his sainted orrery. And the Swiss came to visit, and Nietzsche was just sitting there for 10 years. 10 years. I didn't sit down. I was doing some standing. I was standing for like 8 months. I stood for 3 months solid without sitting down. I slept at night. And then I walked around for the 8 months solid without sitting down. That was really good for my back. The standing still was not good for my back. I shrank about 2 or 3 inches in a psychiatric hospital. Trying to prove I'm not crazy. I'm a stage musician, like I'm a performing musician. I just don't like that. It's a small house. My family are concerned about me. I don't blame them. What's the bitching? I know, Frankie, I'd like to make this short and sweet, but you wasted 10, 11, 12 years of my life, so I might just take it easy. I'm sure your time is much more precious than mine, old man. Funny thing is, if you had me around, you'd be 4 years forever. 24 years old forever. But you didn't anyway, Frankie. Leo, you didn't, despite I emailed every single Vatican email address I could find. Every single Vatican. I sent email bombs around to loads of people. I used to use email bombs where I'd send a big important email and tap it out on my G phone till my finger is sore. Was it 7 years? No, 5 years. It's been about 5 years of tapping on a G board till my finger is actually sore now. And every Irish government department just goes, please put it in writing so we can ignore it. Please put it in writing so we can ignore it. And when you get them on the phone, they just refer you to someone else, and they refer you to someone else. They pass the parcel, and then you end up back where you started. And all these fucking work dodging gypsies are so well paid. It's painful, like hundreds of emails. You want to see my fucking hundreds of incompetence, including yourself, Vatican. No, I pilgrimaged out to the Vatican to try and get in radius because I know people in radius can hear me, and I thought maybe I'd get close enough to the Pope in some sort of way. He's probably off in Spain. So I was at the Vatican City, and then I spent 2 or 3 nights there. And then Vanderberg got these 2 Tunisian guys or something to kick the shit out of me and try to kill me. So anyway, lucky I kind of got away because I put up a good fight. But they kicked the shit out of me. I had no shoes on. I was in a sleeping bag as well. Central Termini. I was like, oh, hobo community. Oh, here we go. Hobos, what's up, yos? Yeah, no. Got the shit kicked out of me, Rhoda. I didn't lose my white Kabbalah t-shirt. I was like, you bastards, you didn't get this from me. And I had about €900, but it was in a little cut pocket in my backpack. So I doubt they even found it and probably fucked it in a river. Tunisia. Or maybe Moroccan. You know, they look like somewhere like the Pope stopped off. Anyway, Frankie, glad to be wasting your time. This video is going to take 10 years. So you have a lot of trouble. Everybody has a lot of trouble with these sainted celibate warriors from Ireland. Ireland. IRA, Sinn Féin, or Northern Ireland. That's a different country altogether. And you have a lot of trouble with Damien Rothschild or Derek Rosenberg or Declan something. I don't know, like they have a lot of these silly names. They rename everything. I'm being named Thomas Mahan. Who else have I been renamed? I'm being renamed Miami. Yeah, I'm being renamed Miami. Thomas. Who else have been renamed? Loads of stupid, weird names. I don't know. Damien, particularly Damien or Derek. Rosenberg, Rockefeller, Rothschild, fuck a field. I think about the Rockefellers, I think about greatness. I think about some weird ass fucking gypsy that never learned to be a traveller, sat in a fucking tower like a fucking coward, probably talked to a solicitor and got on his fucking pony and caused all New York to go schizophrenic while he just sits there stewing like some dirty old fucking scaredy cat that can't walk around the streets. I walk everywhere, fearless, not afraid. You get a lot of flies, like the Pied Piper. You get a lot of attention off gypsies. They can sense it and they just want you. They just want to know you. Just get connected with you and fuck with you sometimes. But you gotta be not afraid, Davy. I might take you for a walk in the park one day, Davy. I had spiritual warfare with Davy Rockefeller once or twice. Kicked his ass. Kicked his ass. He pulled all this weird magic on me that made my teeth all morph and turn all painful and ugly. And I kicked the shit out of him, man. King David versus Saul. I kicked his fucking old little fucking scrawny ass all up and down that tower. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Thomas. Thomas Rockefeller. He's a big guy, or he's got somebody else's name. He was the scary one. Francis, you're having trouble with all these people. To be rumors of necromancy. You're having trouble because you're screwed, like my dead nana, my dead granddad, and like loads of dead people. You're having trouble with these people, Frankie. Yeah. I'm going to be Bartholomew. I think I'm going Bartholomew. Bartholomew Alexander. I don't know. Bartholomew Alexander the first. I think it was a big kick-ass. That's the way you found me, Frankie. It was Bartholomew. I know Michael these days. I have my name. You know what that means, Frankie? Mikhail. Anyway, Frankie, not to waste your time or your career. Frankie used to be all golden and smiling with my Ori when they stole it off him. It was collected anyway, Frankie. I was out of town, away from the gypsies in the locality. And it was verified that the Ori that you are all fighting over was collected, or the Ori that Damien's. But I can't believe I've barely studied the Bible. I read Torah and bits of here and bits of this and bits of that. I couldn't get through Job. Read Revelations. You don't see that. They're so fucking. And there'd be some asshole named Damien or something, Derek or Declan, some dipso, who's going to run around claiming to be God, the Messiah, the Methuselah, whatever the fuck it is, and he's going to be a deceiver. He'll have robbed some hippie King David's name and Ori and birthright. He's going to be crying alone in the wilderness like a fucking weird schizophrenic, and everybody's going to stay away from John the Baptist. Damien's going to be off in some tower claiming to be the Messiah and God, and he can change the world and weather and do whatever he wants. Yous are all dipshits for not seeing the fact that some lad called Damien is exactly fulfilling that fucking weird prophecy of claiming to be some fucking Messiah goddess or whatever he is. Local police officers and local fucking spudheads from the pseudo military are claiming to be God all day. And you know, they're claiming to be God in my name, and I can kind of do these things or whatever, say anything I say kind of happens. It kind of accounts why the world is so shitty, doesn't it? Yeah, some retarded Rockefeller spoiled little fucking spoon-fed, whiny, bratty gimp and loads of racist, bigoted, narrow-minded, filgy opportunist IRA in your temple, you know, instead of nice people. And look at the fucking world. You know, you're all petty, aggressive, racist, abusive, hateful. You are the company you keep. Yeah. I reckon the altar wine isn't too sweet. Holy shit. Isn't that breaking news? Did the Vatican desanctify Mary, Mother Mary? Or Mary Magdalene? Or both? Because they've been so defiled by the IRA or Sinn Féin and Damien, fornicating and exploiting the delicacies of high and holy heavens. So the whole world shall be punished indiscriminately. I've noticed that about this kind of godly position. It's hard to criticize one person because you have to criticize all the people. So anytime I criticize somebody, it's like, but what about this person? It's like, oh, come on, give me a break in particular. Come on. So it's actually, I can reckon that was why it was difficult for Jesus, or God to save Jesus from crucifixion. Because he was Lot, like he was just one person that was liked. And he couldn't account for all the people that were horrible in the world at the time. Very horrible in the world at the time. Very, very, very horrible. Crucifixion, all day crucifixion. They had a list of about 900 ways to torture people to death. All day, every day before Jesus. Practically entertainment before, you know. Stoning women to death slowly. Take 2 days. Queue right up. Stone the prostitute to death. Take 2 days. Throwing stones at her. Yeah, that's the way the world was before Jesus. And that's what Jesus knew he was going to face. In the worst case. Like the worst of the cases. Yeah. Crucified upside down. With his head towards the sky. You know what I'm talking about, Frankie. Valedictorian and all that. We don't do a lot of dictorian. Actually, Frankie was better with the poetry. Frankie was actually a good poet. Turns out he was better than Leo. I don't know what the fucking dribble Leo's feeding me. Stopped watching Leo. Unsubscribed to the Vatican. But anyway, it's just weird, like, you know. I think Frankie was saying, capisce. J.D. Vance just paid him a visit, and the next day he was suddenly dead. I think that's a bit of chess work by Frankie, you know. It's like, well, all the wars will stop if you're dead. And it's like, all right, I'm gone, dead, gone. Yeah, well, hire an American Pope. Yeah, have an American Pope. Yeah, American Pope. Yeah, I'm dead. Tell me, yeah, that's so great. Yeah. And to be honest, the wars did stop for a week or two, a week and a half. But I wasn't happy about that. No, I wasn't happy about that because I'm still at war. Every day, 6 a.m. every morning, get my brain cold, my aura stolen, left airheaded, can't get back to sleep. You're at war with Sinn Féin and Damien and New Ray. The New Ray. I'm the 31st Ray motherfucker. Oh, sorry, I wanted to do that more. Just, I'm the 31st Ray motherfucker. Hi, I'm John. I'm the 31st Ray. Want to see something funny? I don't have to do this. What is this? Blemish. No, I cut myself in the shave. But speaking of the blemish, okay, there. Anyhow, look at that. Get that like that. Famous photograph of a tranny hanging out with Eric Costin in a pool. Interesting photo. Make the album cover. So we can ask it any question we like. Yeah, you can ask it any question you like. Rayers get lonely and they like to have rock stars and people come over and skateboarders visit. And like, do you want to see anything? Anything at all? Like, what does God look like? What does the world look like if there's nothing? Absolutely nothing. It's just a horse on its own. Like, who will the future Messiah be? And it's like some skinny chick with. Is it a chick? She's got a shaved head. No, it's a shadow over her head. But she's probably gone a bit bald. And it's my foot. It's my foot. Eric Costin. I'm trying to explain. There was this skateboard in the photograph, but they took the skateboard out. One day, Eric Costin will be standing over a pool, and he'll take a photograph. It's a funny thing about Ray or shit. One day that's gonna happen. Eric Costin's going to be standing over a pool, and I'm going to be in California. That's why the photograph is so important. With the blemish. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that wasn't Messiah. It was like God or devil or something. I don't know what they asked it. Who's the next Rayer going to be? I think it was who was the next Rayer going to be. And that's the photo they got. Some trans girl in a bikini hanging out with Eric Costin, the skateboarder photographer, in a pool with gin and tonic. That's silk panties. That's totally not the same girl. You can instantly tell it's not the same girl. It might have been a girl that was at those parties, but it's not that. Or previous parties with the guys. Because that's going to happen in the future. Now that I said it, kind of spoiled it. Eric Costin might hear about this. Well, it might be the thing that makes it get to hang out with Eric Costin. And Powell Peralta. I hope you know the boys and girls. Powell Peralta. When they find out, they're going to send me west of west. And west of west. And what's west of west and west of west? California. And I woke in California. Like the other lad the fuck they got from Ireland. The other star they stole from Ireland. You stole me Lucky Charms. You stole all me Lucky Charms. The Magdalene laundries. You stole all me angrily. You stole me crock of gold. I deserved a holy fortune. You stole all me Lucky Charms. That's why Lucky Charms' cereal was actually kind of banned, at least in Ireland, because it was considered extremely offensive. Because it happened. Steal all your Lucky Charms. American counties or states are based on Ireland, like in size and proportion and Christianity and stuff. They're designed like Ireland, because Ireland makes loads of starry kids. Probably have to have a kind of starry flag. I hate our crappy trifle. It's the French that advise the tricolour, and it's political. It's a Christian primarily Christian. You have to have more stars in our flag. But anyway, Paddy doesn't even deserve flags because they get bullied and fucking hunted and shot at and defamated and called faggot, queer, nigger lover. I get that a bit. And it's like, ha ha ha, God, you can lay it on me, man. You can call me that, I don't care. I'm not going to be offended. You hateful. And when they call you queer, it's like, you're saying something hateful. They're calling me different to you. Oh, thanks for the compliment. Or a faggot. You're talking about burning people alive in mass? You're talking about burning a mass of people alive. Like faggot would? Pack of fags, genius. It's good for nothing but burning. You're talking about burning people alive. It's pretty fucking twisted, man. Compared to being, well dressed. Fucking in theatre. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, hi, Francis. Sorry, I left you on hold there. Sorry I didn't get back to your emails, Francis. I know you sent bombs at them. Oh, hey, that's the same about the email bombs. You just write big, important emails, spend days on it, send it like 50 different people in newspapers, governments, foreign embassies. Vatican, 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 Vatican. So you're dealing with Damien and dealing with the IRA, and I heard the IRA are in Iran and stuff because the Ayatollah was challenging their validity when she wasn't wrong to. Sorry about that. Come on. She's fucking Ayatollah. This is not good. This video is based on Iran. I was watching videos of Iran. I was like, I'm actually going to try and get to the source. The Frankie never contacted me. Leo never contacted me. And as a result, the IRA, Sinn Féin, Damien, the New Church or whatever they are, New Ray, are causing havoc all over the world, and they're going to be warring with people like the Ayatollah, who I wouldn't have mind having a beer with, because I'm so valid. No, sorry. I wouldn't have minded at all. Absolutely love Iran. I have a very similar problem with Iran, just blessed with beautiful potential and power, and everybody wants to kill you. Very similar. Yeah, you got some blessing for being a good person, and then everybody just wants to set on you and devour you like in perfume and eat your flesh. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I tried so hard at being a good person when I just got torn the fuck apart. Yeah, that works out great. Being a healer bee, which is a very normal occurrence. And if you looked at the American flag is supposed to boast 50 heater bees. They probably have none. Like they killed George Floyd. For his orrery. He used a fake $20 bill. So we cuffed him in torture cuffs, dragged him in, and fucking disemboweled him. Yeah. And for some reason they get away with it. They have nothing on me, but they said any little thing. He had his arm raised, so I shot him in the face. You're a community liaison officer. You're not even supposed to carry a gun. Most officers in Ireland aren't supposed to carry guns. You would have shot him in the face. All right then. Oh yeah. And the piss of the devil came out. Which is what Hugh McDade or Hugh McGlynn deserved. I was like, why did I really wanted to know. I was like, why did I get the piss of the devil? Battery acid, like burnt, like it smelled like it's probably an ancient Judaic torture device of refining piss and refining it and refining it and refining it and refining it, turning it into this brown sludge. And it's the most vile and disgusting smell. It burns like acid. And like, instead of a bullet in the face, I got that on my face that came out of his 9mm. The community liaison officer, John Whelan, whose name is actually Craig. I was like, you're not a John. There's not a chance you're a John. It's like, oh, he's a Craig Whelan. And he was probably not even a Whelan. Like, Paddy Bear isn't real. You know, there's loads of police officers that aren't real, but they collect wages and pensions, and they're the fall guys. Paddy Bear. Paddy Bear. Like, you know what I mean? That's a really Irish name you just make up on the spot. Paddy Bear. Paddy Bear receives a fucking check and a pension. Paddy Bear gets blamed on everything. Paddy Bear isn't real. And there's a lot of these Paddy Bears in the fucking Gardaí. Taxpayer money! Taxpayers' money! You pay them to bully, hustle, and rob you. So you don't pay the Kinahans, or you don't pay the fucking other gangsters. But you pay these criminals, this criminal organization, deal with criminality, and are more proficient than any other criminal because they know all the tricks in the book. They're very well educated. You pay them to dominate, enslave, bully, invade your privacy, keep me in check. You abducted, tortured, disemboweled an innocent university fucking student. Keep me in check. I studied ethics in university, and I was thinking, it's like, cops ought to study this kind of cop. Keep me in check. You're running around between your 14 fucking families, collecting 5 fucking pensions, selling crack from the fucking holdup, because otherwise it would be cocaine. You can't rinse it and sell it because you're not smart enough. So you just put it on the street as smokable cocaine. Keep me in check. Cop keep what the fucking check? What the fuck do you say? Keep us in check? Checkmate, motherfucker. Probably what is it? I mean, keep you in check. Keep you fucking against the wall with one last breath in you. Pig fucking rats put you in a blanket. Filth of the earth. And you know it. Everybody knows it. You're the Godfather. That's what we still do with. The guy to hold him up again. He's a war hero, Chief. Hold him up again. Now you know I was only messing with you there, Mikey. Mickey, is it, Michael? Nah, sure, I know your ma well. And these are the scumbags that took over New York because they're absolute. Well, they're fucking farmers. They're pig butchers. You know, they're fucking as cold-hearted. The whole Ireland is built on killing pigs. Butcher boy, yeah. And they're as cold and indiscriminate as pig butchers. They do anybody like a pig. Did he fucking probably cook you? This shithole fucking country you're doing. Frankie, am I wasting your time? I hope I am. Hell, you owe me 11 or 12 years, you little silkworm. How's the poverty, piety, and chastity working out for you boys? So, anyway, you owe me a basilica, as I hear. As I intuit, you owe me a basilica. I don't know why St. Thomas is glorified. Thomas was a dipshit. And there's the Apostle Thomas, but didn't he steal all Jesus' clothes and writings and ran around pretending to be Jesus and never credited Jesus but gave all the credit to himself? It's like, I have these teachings. I have this problem. Thomas Mann or something. Thomas Vanderburg. Running around with my fucking threads and my writings, the Book of Aphorisms that are out. I heard Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche comment on my that's unpublished. I don't know about this. It's unpublished. It's a lot of unpublished. I was revising the itinerary earlier on with some fucking Jew nurse from Newcastle Hospital where I was forced to get a chemical lobotomy, and she said, and I quote, because they kicked the shit out of Nietzsche while I was there because they're all Jews. They hated Nietzsche. It's like, what's that next to your bed? It's like, it's a Bible and my Nietzsche book. Was it Thus Spake Zarathustra? Really cheap version. I said, like, it's Nietzsche and my Bible. they thought he was a propagandist spokesman for the right wing Germany. A propagandist spokesperson. He was dead before the war. Nietzsche died. The whole world war was fighting over Nietzsche's Ori, his birthright, after he became sainted. That's why he's so special and so important. Nietzsche became super sainted, and everybody started tearing and fighting over his Ori. And Germany were like, well, it was ours. Well, he's German. That's why Hitler loved him, and respected his writings, and he was the icon of, well, not the icon, but it's like, he's the man we're fighting for. We're getting his orrery back, his fucking genius back. It's been stolen by the Swiss. The Dutch. I'm pretty certain, that's what the World War started, was fighting over some star that was born, and it was Nietzsche's star. It's really just some nice poetry. It's my favourite book. It's called The Gay Science. It's so funny when you say that to people in Ireland. I'm reading this book called The Gay Science. And they're like, oh, I'll kill you right now. It's joyful wisdom in German. There's a nice little poetry section at the beginning of this book. Oh, I miss reading. I'm in jihad. I haven't read. I used to read every day, all the time. I used to read. But you can't read when you're in jihad because they hear everything you read. That's why Jews make jewellery. And your man in The Departed worked on engines. Silent work. Where am I going? I think it's the last poem. Oh, the feather left in here. Haven't I, sweet? Yeah, here we go. Star Morality. Translated by Miss M.D. Petr. Foredoomed to spaces vast and far, what matters darkness to the star? Roll calmly on, let time go by, let sorrows pass thee, and nations die. Compassion would but dim the light that distant worlds will gladly sight. To thee one law, be pure, be bright. I used to fix it indifferently. I did this another. I used to run it. Because I used to rhyme with the beginning one. For doom to spaces vast and far, what matters darkness to the star? Who calmly on, let time go by, let sorrows pass thee and nations die. Compassion would hold, but dim. Compassion would but dim the light. Compassion would but dim the light. That's very Nietzsche. That distant worlds would gladly sight. To thee one law, be pure, be bright. I had another one. And be a star. I think I had a differently lined down the bottom to well, be pure and bright and be a star. I think I used to work it. I used to know poetry better. To be honest, I used to put that line in at the end, be pure and bright, to be a star, but it doesn't work when I'm reading it. Alright. Frederick William Nietzsche. Not a propaganda spokesperson for the right wing Second Reich. You stupid Jew bitches. That stupid Jew. I like dogs, actually. That stupid fucking Jew. I'm going to stick loads of haloperidol in you. And John, you have to stop drinking alcohol. I was like, you stupid Jew, bitch. You call yourself a doctor. Haloperidol ends in OL. It's an alcohol. Like, oh, well. You couldn't know that. It's like, yes, I do. It ends in OL. Alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, alkanes, alcohols. It ends in OL. It's an alcohol. Like, well, I'd need to crack out the chemistry books. Like, no, you wouldn't need to crack out the chemistry books. I fucking cracked out the chemistry book enough to fucking tell you. You stupid. And you're responsible for sticking chemicals in my brain. Delicate thing of a mind. When they gave me that haloperidol or haloperidol, your whole fucking world got punished. We all feel blockheaded and stupid. Yeah, because you fucked with the nucleus. So when I'm happy, the world will be happy. That's why in the future you're going to see me in a pool hanging out with Eric Costin and people. Because you're going to figure it out. And I'm going to be in a pool hanging out with Eric Costin and stuff. I'm burgered, suffered, tormented, ignored by the Pope and every other fucking department in the world. You know, I'm very lonely, very hungry because I'm conditioned to starve, very isolated, virtually. I look around, how many? Oh, I'm conditioned to be terrified. They condition me, so I'm not supposed to be worried. I'm not supposed to have any. As they say in the church, Frankie, I hope you haven't fallen asleep. Any doubts, worries, or concerns, brother? Any doubts, worries, or concerns? So when I have doubts, worries, or concerns, they have a massive influence on your world. Negative things start appearing. Horrible things start appearing. When I'm happy, cool, and free, very positive things start appearing in your world. So I've been tormented and pushed down into the bottom, and so you're seeing a lot of negativity in the world. Now you're not seeing nice young lads going out playing football in the greens. You're seeing lads turning around on electric scooters with machetes, man, like it's Jamaica. You know, you're not seeing girls feeling comfortable enough to wear dresses or skirts. You're seeing girls dressing down and being terrified of being raped on the streets. You're living in doubt, worry, and concern. Because I'm conditioned to this doubt, worry, and concern. Damien keeps conditioning me to be terrified. It's like, why am I so worried and concerned? And it's just the conditioning. So this is why your world is very alone. All these people in Gaza, they're very alone. They're very terrified. They're very hungry. And they're very uncertain. Yep. Ha ha he, ha ha ho. It's fit for he, it's fit for all. And when you sit back and tolerate it, when you have tolerated for 11 or 12 years, you're going to be responsible for it, for your ignorance. So that's why it's now having an effect on all of you, because you had enough time to help me. You didn't help me. You're all well informed. You've no grace of oblivion, because I've educated you and told you what's going on. So you're pretty fucked. You're pretty fucked while I'm still in Ireland, getting butt fucked. Also, just let you know the rest of the world. There will be grain in the land where there'll be more than grain. There'll be grain in the land where I live, but there'll be much prosper in the land where I prosper. But there will always be grain in the land where I live. That's why I can't wait to get out of Ireland and let them learn by omission. It's hard to teach the Irish. It's a lethal business. You might know. I remember St. Patrick their first point one. Lethal business. Don't you fucking tell me what to think. I fucking know. I don't need your lethal business. But so I just really want to teach them by omission. Something made your country very healthy and powerful and abundant and wealthy. Something is gone. What is something? So I'm just going to let the Irish learn by omission. And I'm going to leave and they'll suffer absenteeism. I left Wicklow. Oh shit, okay, right. Anyway, whatever. I went across the country to the other side of the country and I heard left a fucking wave of terror and crime behind me in my absenteeism. To prove the point. If you want some scientific proof, which most of you gypsies do these days, you can talk to the psychiatric hospital that held me against my will. Which is a really good idea, to hold somebody against your will in a psychiatric hospital. Because that's not going to be a healthy mentality. People turn into dogs when they're held against their own will and start kicking walls and punching walls and spitting and pissing all over the place. He's clearly insane. I didn't, but you could put somebody in a cell and look how batshit. And it's just because you're held against your own will. Anybody, put anybody in a cell against your own will, they're going to spit and piss and kick and try to kill themselves and stuff. It's a weird thing being held against. And you think about the animals. I don't know, just sidetrack, but you think about all the animals in the world. And I can hear animals. As in, I can communicate. They're lovely. They're really nice. How many of them are kept in cages? Some gorilla was kept in a cage in America. And he kept smashing his window when the humans taunted him. I was like, go gorilla! I wanted him to burst through the glass and start smashing all the kids. Or something about this. Like, don't do that to him. And everybody kept doing it to him. And he just charged out and smashed into the window. I'm like, go, bro. And they put him down anyway. They put him down. At least some white monkeys got entertained. King of the jungle. I mean, alright, Frankie, I was wasting your time. I might go take a shit and come back. I'd have to go to the woods, Frankie, and you'd have to copy me, wouldn't you? If I was shitting in the woods, if I was alone and shitting in the wilderness. I used to back up the N11 every morning at like 4 or 5 a.m, getting out of my tent naked to go take a shit in my boots, just naked, and take a shit in my boots next to my tent. And all the traffic would be flowing by going to work, and they'd all see me, and I'd be like waving. Like one person breaks, the whole fucking motorway is gonna just fucking break, and I'll be out there just breaking the shit. I was like, the whole thing's just stand still. Because me taking a shit in the woods, and they all stop to see me. Oh my god, is that a... Everybody late for work because a hobo took a shit. Good times. Back into the tent to do a few lines and back to bed. Yeah, no, I survived. Anyway, Frankie, what I'm saying, you got a lot of trouble with these gypsies, Frankie. They're breaking your balls. They're breaking everybody's balls. Oh, do you want to know something funny? It's hilarious, actually. I think it is. So there's a Vanderberg or a kike, some sort of fucking kike. Kike means circle, by the way. People that keep in their own circles and they're afraid to talk to anybody else outside their circle. And you call them kikes for not being Christians. So this kike is actually very comfortable about fucking Christianity in the face. He's from Canada. He's a Canadian Jew. Like all the worst Canadian Jews are from Canada. And he kept calling me a rat. You rat-faced little faggot. His brother had rat-faced deformities on his children. their ears or something, or nose, were born with some fucking rat deformity. And some fucking guard when I was homeless, and me and my friend, well, my friend he nearly got killed with a hammer, and somebody was looking for drugs off him, smashing his head in. There's police all over today. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, you missed some guy, he jumped over the wall. You missed some guy. He's like, shut up, you little muppet. I was like, what'd you call me? He's like, what the fuck? I called you a muppet to emphasise the fact that you're a muppet. He went down and had 2 muppet kids. Oh, are you gonna pay for that nursery, bitch? Oh, better get to some fucking hustling, Bubba. He went down and had 2 muppet kids to emphasise the fact that he called me a muppet. Offend him in every way, anyway, and it's written on your kids' heads. It'll be written on your sperm. And I just love it. All the Irish keep bullying me and calling me a faggot. It's like, keep it up. Keep it up, sticks and stones, you know. My bones will heal, but your names will break your own balls. And I was like, please keep calling me a faggot. Please keep calling me a queer. Please keep calling me a spa. Please keep calling me a fucking agent. Please call me a rat. Please, because your kids are gonna be. Please go have loads of children. Please have loads and loads and loads of children. Oh, I'd absolutely fucking love it. And then growing up in a world, and the whole world, I'm just gonna be surrounded by all these kids in wheelchairs that want to suck dick or something. I rule. Alright, anyway, Francis. Anyway, I'm gonna get my basilica. I'm gonna get my holy fortune. You took half of it because I gave half of it to you as a trust. And you stole it. You didn't help me. You let me rot in a ditch. I'm gonna have my basilica. I want to kit it out to look like a skate park. A nice marble skate park that pleases the Lord. We can call it a Hoodie kind of temple, and something that pleases the Lord. And skateboarding, I know, pleases the Lord more than your silkworm fucking sorry ass. So we're gonna make nice marble transitions, and I have Powell Peralta around, all the boys around, and yeah, I'm gonna get what I need from my good one, Allen Ginsberg. When can I just walk into the Vatican and get what I want with my good looks? I'm gonna take a pee, Frankie. Not in the forest. So you don't have to go outside.